It came off.
Another episode of the Better Version podcast. Shit.
You trying to come on here with no light skinned voice ass nigga.
My voice seemed different. Word. Now you playing the colorism shit too, son? Oh shit.
Nah, I had to hit you with your own bullshit.
Of course. I feel. It's like episode 7, possibly, or
1. Ain't no episode, man. Just tune in.
Yeah.
Y'all see all the episodes back to back in order on the paid version of this subscription y'all do to whatever y'all do, whatever we set up to in the future. But nah, we was gonna start up one more episode, but we just did one yesterday. So me and Kwani was talking about
Oh, I got to work, huh?
Yeah, so it was the subjects was gonna be on introvert versus extrovert, right?
More than that.
Yeah, but I mean, for some reason when we talk, it just goes everywhere. And we yesterday we tried to stay on topic. We just kept going way far left, and it jumped. It was about the whole like green pill joint.
It was cool though, like because we kept bringing it back to that too.
Yeah, exactly. So but it was a lot. It was funny that a conversation goes anywhere, right? So but the introvert versus extrovert is Kwani was saying he's an introvert. I was like, I think I've been called that too, but Kwani tells me I'm an extrovert with introvert tendencies.
Yeah,
and I was like,
there's a lot of people like that where it's like they looking at them from the outside, they might seem like they're introverted because they might hate people or something like that, or like they're very selective about, but at the same time they're still like there's kind of like two schools of thought on it, where it's like you're still externally oriented, and it's like you still get your energy from basically interacting with people, where like an introvert kind of gets like their natural state of being is like they get too stimulated by people or some shit, and it like drains them a little bit. So it's the extrovert is like the opposite. So it's not necessarily you're socializing and you like people. Some people look at it like that, but it's also like you're externally oriented, where you're kind of like you're seeking external stimuli, basically.
I didn't know you were seeking external stimuli. I would just
man, what y'all got after this, man?
Yo, son, you cannot hate on the topics, my man.
Bro, I'm just saying, like,
nah, I know what you're saying, but you gotta remember this. There's people who just listen to shit for, and this is the part I gotta cut out of me saying this shit to you, son. It's like,
why not? This is great.
Yo,
this is great.
People want to hear about subjects.
I got that. I mean, I just don't. This one is this. It is what it is.
You consider yourself that or not?
I think I dip in and out of both, depending on where I am at the moment.
What would you categorize him as, Kwani?
I don't know. It depends on like what your natural state is. Like I would have to see like how you, like what do you naturally gravitate to?
He's gonna go to the bar.
It's kind of like one of the easy ways.
He's gonna go to the bar.
One of the easy ways to say it is like, okay, when you're not around people, is that just what you're doing before you get to hang out with people again, or is it the opposite? Where it's like when you hang out with people, it's kind of like you're just.
Yeah, of course. When I hang out with people, that's what I'm doing until I'm by myself again.
Okay, well, I guess it's kind of hard to really pinpoint it, but I would have to like really know somebody in order to know for sure.
No, but I mean, even for observing most people, I feel like they dip in and out of it. It's more so who they're around when they're around.
I know people who they cannot not be around people. Like they.
You know what? You're right.
It's a tendency. It's more like what do you tend towards?
For most people, I feel like those people who are strictly one or the other are like a small percentage.
It's not so much if you're strictly one or the other. It's like there's always going to be one. Like it's not 50-50 basically. You're always going to lean a bit more towards one.
To that I would definitely say introverted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, but you be at the bar, bro.
Son, what does the bar have to do with anything?
The bar's a socialist place.
I never once in my life went out of my way to go to a bar. I was either invited.
Yeah, I was always invited to the bar.
Only time I've ever gone. I've never. Some
Yeah,
people
but
just go. Like
you-
they just.
You would go to the bar if that's the only place you could get liquor, son. If you didn't have a liquor
That's true.
store, so
But that's again that doesn't indicate anything about like how social or asocial.
Yeah.
That's another thing too. Is like social and asocial is kind of different from introvert and extrovert. So,
So the recent past pandemic made everybody mandatory introverts. So
not even.
Well, for some people, I went to hang out with a few of my friends, and they was like 10 deep. I'm like, y'all don't care nothing about COVID, huh?
they don't care about it.
A
Damn.
lot of people just did not care, and I guess that would be another way that you can kind of gauge who's who. Is like the people that were ignoring all of that to still.
No, but you got to
Be
take it
around
too
people?
that people
Yeah.
need each other. You know, we need that communication.
We don't need.
You don't need to. You don't need to like lock yourself in a room to all day 24/7 to be an introvert. I guess that would be an
No,
extreme.
but during
extrovert,
COVID, you know, I could see
Shit.
how mental problems popped up for a lot of people. It's just you and yourself. People running from themselves all year round, and COVID, you couldn't really run from yourself no more. It's like, boom, that mirror is here with you all day.
Damn.
Some people don't enjoy their own company.
Or enjoy their own family.
Yeah, I was about to say, it depends who you in the house with.
Like, damn, this I can imagine.
You in a nice spot, you know, and you got everything you kind of need.
So all right, so here's a question: if you take the average person, average female, and you like isolate them, like how would they do in sort of like a solitary confinement sort of situation?
See,
Like
this
how
is what,
fast? How fast would
how
it
is
take?
anybody
to,
doing
I
solitary
was just
confinement?
I was just about to ask you, yo, is people in jail introverts then? It's mandatory.
It's forced.
Solitary confinement is
Yeah.
wild for anybody.
It's forced.
Yeah, it's wild.
But
for-
I'm just thinking like I think there's some people who would naturally handle it better because that's just their natural tendency anyways.
Nah, nobody handles
Nah,
solitary
some
confinement.
better-
It is-
I
I
think
was
some
about to say, I don't
better
think
than
there's
others.
no good way to handle
It's
solitary confinement.
Everybody feels the pain
You
of that.
can be a
Okay,
whole meditating monk. It's still gonna get crazy after
You,
a while.
okay,
Yeah.
so you don't have to even be that extreme. You could just say, okay, when the quarantine happened, who handled it fine? I was
See,
fine the whole time. Like,
Yeah, but the quarantine is different from solitary confinement. Solitary confinement
it's more
you know,
extreme.
look at. Remember when Ellen DeGeneres was like, "Oh, this quarantine is so annoying," but you're living in a big ass mansion and you act like you in some small
Yeah, it's
apartment
different
in,
though for
in
them.
New York City.
They missing out on going to all their favorite restaurants, a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, but nah, the solitary confinement. Yo, you in a small square room.
Yeah.
barely
okay,
any
that's
light.
extreme. That's extreme.
You can't. You know.
That's why I
Yeah,
brought up
it's
the
a lot of
That's
stuff
why I
to
brought up
mess
the
with you
quarantine.
mentally. It's gonna be a burden.
You
Now-
you could clearly see that the quarantine affected some people more hard. That's
Yeah.
kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah, of
than
course.
others.
Of course,
Yeah.
that definitely did.
You gotta remember too. Not only was it hard just being by yourself, it was a financial strain on a lot of people.
Yeah.
True.
And
Businesses.
that right there is a slap to your brain.
Yeah. Especially if you
Can't make
been
money.
on the rough times already and
Yeah.
things got worse.
Yeah, if
But,
you was already on-
it wasn't bad for everybody. Some people needed a break. Some people finally took
Yeah,
that
true.
vacation.
You know, I
that they
had
would
my
ever-
sister said today, everybody was happy COVID happened. I'm like, are you crazy? I'm like, you know, people died.
Yeah.
I said,
Some people can't even get into certain countries just because they might need surgery or just because they might need some medicine.
Yeah.
And they've died where there was restrictions where you can't even go to a certain country. So
but this
that shit
was, I
wasn't
say, you
good
know,
for a
I
lot of
said,
people.
you thinking of from an American standpoint, people who got the money, but there's a lot of people who struggled because of it, and who probably was still fighting right now. There's a long fight to get that money, and then not only that,
Yeah, that fight was long.
a lot of
Shit
other
was
people
difficult.
in different countries who didn't get
No
any
money.
type of handouts or their business destroyed.
Yeah, not everybody did get that unemployment.
Yeah, a lot of people went through rough times. It was rough.
Shit.
It seems like there's more homeless too. You know.
Than ever, right?
No, I'm not gonna lie. During the pandemic, it was bad. I remember when I first came back out here.
See,
Like,
here's the
I seen
thing
people
about-
just sleeping on the corners, like regular in Brooklyn.
You know what it is? You just seen less people walking regular, and
the only people that were out. Yeah, the only
no.
Out.
I mean, all right, I don't see them much like that on my side, right? I legit seen them there with a suitcase and all that, like back to back blocks. I don't normally see that.
You also had the shelters closed. So what the shelters did, since they can't have nobody together, they basically rented up a lot of hotel rooms.
I seen that, but a lot of people didn't get that.
Yeah,
that's for the well-informed. It's like any benefits.
Yeah.
Benefits go to the well-informed.
But there was a lot of people, because remember, nobody's using these hotels either, regardless. So now it's like, all right, we got to keep these still running.
Keep it going somehow.
So,
I think that's how the violence, and remember they were saying the hate crimes and all this. I think a lot of that too was a bunch of people from the homeless shelters with mental illnesses not being helped at the time.
All right, that's speculation. I don't even know.
No, I'm definitely going to go into that.
Hate crimes?
Well, I'm saying a lot of what they classified as hate crimes and stuff was people, not saying all of it, because clearly, but I mean a lot of stuff that was happening was people with mental illness.
So if a homeless person gets attacked by a regular person, that's a hate crime?
I don't even think they care that much, honestly. This country is... It's a real class system going on if you ain't paying attention.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Damn. So now that I'm another idea popped up in my head. Like,
you good?
Yeah. So is homeless people extroverts?
Man, beat it.
It's not dictated by
situation like that, but you know what? I think the ones who are more willing to go to people might be more
willing to ask for money and stuff like that.
Because I see some that just look like they suffering in silence. It's kind of like no sign, no cup, nothing. They just or maybe I don't know.
Maybe they just don't get to work right over there. Maybe
I caught them in a spot where they just pondering life.
Yeah, that's where they chilling. Because some people get to work on certain avenues, certain streets, certain stores.
Not gonna lie, it's rough. I've seen them pop on each other for being too close to some spot, and I'm like, I did not even know it gets this wild.
At the same time, a person who's more, so-called extroverted is probably less likely to end up in that situation, because like, being social and being able to talk to people and interact with people comfortably.
I was about to say that being social would definitely burn your money down fast.
True, but overall, it's probably a better characteristics to have in terms of like surviving in the world, getting certain jobs, being able to maneuver and get by. It is an extrovert's world, and plenty of people echo the same sentiment.
Well, a lot of business relies on that extrovert. That doesn't mean...
I mean, just as a general baseline trait, being able to, or being more inclined to interact with other people, it's like, obviously that's going to be overall better.
I mean, because a lot of business, even though a lot of business is run on, extroverts entertaining them, but you got a lot of... most of the stuff is driven to... puts people together. People want to be together.
I mean, we're social creatures fundamentally.
We'll make more money together with people than by ourselves. So that's why it's going in that route. Now, I mean, money driven wise, but if we're looking at the world, it doesn't have to be an extrovert world if money wasn't the drivenness for all this, right?
I think it would be regardless. Even like in a sort of quote unquote primitive society, it would still be like the most charismatic were.
Because look, all right. How about farmers? Would you say farmers is extrovert or introvert?
I think it could be either or, really. But again, just a farmer who again is more inclined to extroversion, interacting with people, socializing. That person is going to get further, because that person is going to get the deals.
Not necessarily. The farmers, most likely it's a family that farms.
But they still need to interact.
Someone with that designated role.
They still need to interact with the rest of the world on some level.
No, I'm not saying they don't need to interact. I'm saying they probably got a family member that's doing that.
All right, so let's put it like this.
It could be one of their daughters or the sons.
Let's put it like this. Is it better to know something or someone? which one is the better bet? To know the right person or to have the right skill set? Because
both is needed.
that's a cop-out answer.
No, I'm saying both is needed because, all right, even if you know the right person, that person has the right skill set.
If you had to choose one, though. Like,
wait, repeat what you said.
I said, is it better to know something or someone? Like, is it better to have a good network of people who can, give you a leg
versus
up
knowledge?
Versus a skill set.
A skill set? It really goes on to what skill set you have versus what
what is it about to be? Because you could be knowledgeable as a surgeon, but you need somebody else to do that surgery.
I think there's more. There's more people who are successful because of who they know than there are people who are successful. Because of their,
I wouldn't.
The royal family. Like,
yeah. That definitely is a thing.
That definitely plays a massive
I think it's more
part.
of a thing.
But if I have a certain set of skills, I don't need to know people, and I could still be quote unquote successful. You don't need to,
but it's probably better to just to either know or be connected to the right people. Is what I'm saying.
mean, maybe you could say it's an easier route. That doesn't mean it's better if it's easier, because as a man, having some difficult times in your life and getting over it.
True. That's kind of a philosophical.
How you grow.
That's a
not even that's just as a human. Period.
Yeah.
That's the only way for you to propel yourself.
But
not
if you have the right network, you don't have to. That's kind of my point. It doesn't have to
be necessarily trauma for you to grow. Just anything that's difficult. My difficulty can be something that's very easy to you, but me overcoming my difficulty is going to help me to grow.
That shit is weird. How this shit is going.
We still in and out?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that shit is it's gonna be fucked up the first few podcasts.
Oh man, I see it moving.
Yeah, it's going. It looks like it. I'm looking at it, but we're gonna update this soon, real soon.
Yeah. Dang.
Probably shouldn't do another one until this situation is right.
Damn, you wanna quit badly.
It creates so much difficulty.
Oh yeah, of course. But who said this is?
What do we just say, man? You gotta overcome your difficulties to grow. Like, that's what it's about.
Yeah,
I guess
your last ounce of effort. Don't worry. Shoot, I will end up buying one of these joints and keeping it.
What is it? 7?
Something like that.
Like 8 bills for that. I mean, there's one for like 5 bills.
Nah. We gotta get the right stuff.
It's the older one. That's all it is.
Older one, like how? 2 years ago?
Like years ago.
Because I know the sound equipment, it's not really so much the newest thing. It just has to have.
It's not that expensive. Like this right here costs 2 bills. But if I get the right,
we don't want this one. We want
the right one now.
Yeah,
and the right one is like 8 bills. But now if it's it's I think Rotary 2 or whatever.
I was thinking 2 though.
Mm-hmm.
What if we just do a studio deal?
Nah, we already like the studio's already here. Like each,
I'm just saying for the sound.
Each mic is 400. All these little joints right here was like
I know it ran it up.
It's already done. So instead of paying somebody to do the studio, it's gonna be more expensive to do a studio because it's $50 an hour at least. Now,
but I see they have some of them with memberships now. You buy the membership and you can do a certain amount of hours.
I mean that could be possible.
I was just saying just so we can have the guest set up.
Yeah, I mean when we do guests, we could do that.
We could have a few, or.
Yeah,
we could just have the couch. The couch hat. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I feel you. You know what else?
Had a shorty getting disrespectful, like pulling the mic, like I got something to say.
Yeah, I'll have enough mics for everybody, but it's just that gets more. Expensive,
I don't think that's a good idea either. I've watched a lot of podcasts. I don't think everybody needs a mic.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's certain people that don't need a mic that you shouldn't have them in the podcast.
They could be there, but given
Nah,
giving people a chance to talk. You know,
you don't need to be there. I've heard enough. I'll be like, you know what? This is about to make me stop watching a podcast right here because this idiot keeps talking.
Nah, some people are just 10 minutes, 15 minutes, boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that happens a lot with the big podcasts. Like when they have a lot of people,
yeah,
just be like one combatant person that's just going on.
Yeah. Like they're not even letting nobody finish their speech.
Like when we was watching one of those panels on the YouTube, I was like, yo, this dude right here is just. He's just
Pan-African
bitching. Nah, not him.
Wait.
The other guy.
How far are we in that you just dropping these bombs?
Oh, we 20 minutes in, bro. But yeah, the other dude was just bitching every time he talked. It was him complaining, and I'm like, yo, damn, yo.
Not a big fan of complaining.
They had like 7 other people on there.
Yeah, they had like 7 other people, and a few of them was like, okay. It was decent, but the panel was just annoying.
It kind of throws other people off because nobody wants to like jump into that either.
Yeah, nobody wants to talk. Yeah. Nobody's against it. Nobody could build an argument against it because if you smart enough, you can build the argument to anything.
Pretty much anything, yeah. But with that intelligence, you're also going to step back from a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
you're going. At first, you might have something to say, but then sooner or later, you're like, this isn't even worth my time.
Yeah, and hey, you could be a combative person, or you could argue for the sport of arguing, right? I mean,
man, that sounds like a teenage me, young me.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Just playing devil's advocate for no reason.
Yeah.
And then they'll get upset, and I'm like, I'm just trying to see your thought process. You shouldn't be that mad. Like, I just want to know how you think. How'd you get there?
Like, yo, you really believe in this? Nah, yeah. Like, anytime I have conversations with people, most of the time, you'll know if I'm standing on some shit or if
it's not really to stand on any ground. It's just to see, like, is this a solid thought you have?
Yeah.
Or are you just spewing nonsense?
Or you got dumb reasons for why you believe in something right.
But you know what? I realize a lot of times, even doing that, it was childish, but got to see a lot of people who just blowing smoke, just hot air coming out their mouth. Like,
you don't got no real defense.
No reasoning, no facts behind it, no information. You just regurgitating what somebody else said.
You just voting for Barack because you black, right?
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's on point.
Yeah, exactly.
That's on point though.
Like, nah, you supposed to vote for what his policy.
Nah, bro, it's
right?
It's charades either way. Like,
of course. But that was one of the number one joints people could get called out on. Like, nah, that made no sense. But shit.
Yeah, Kwani might be right though.
Nah, it's not fucking up. It's still good.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know.
What do you know?
I think it might be the headphones. So the headphones are kind of tricking me too. Like that.
No. The headphones is
Where the engineer at, man? Bring him in here. Bring him in here.
It's just the levels, man. Nah, that's all it is. But the headphones is lowered for this, but nah, I'm a like. And then here's the thing, right? With a studio, right? And we talking about around probably maybe a year ago. I know prices. I've heard prices. Son, if you want to camera it up too, they'll charge you like $150 an hour for this shit. So I mean,
yeah, we've already. I think we kind of passed the studio. We might just need to change a room or something.
All right, sure. We could.
Just saying.
Yeah, we could. We could definitely change the room.
No, one thing at a time, though. One thing at a time.
I mean, I could, like, if I would have put this in the bedroom over there, I could do that.
Yeah.
All I would need to do is just put chairs. Nah, everything is already ready for that room. All I need is soundproofing.
I'm about to say we could just get some soundproofing in.
Yeah, it's a wrap. I mean, if y'all want to do that, we could do that. If y'all prefer, but y'all just gotta come check it out. And we'll go with approval rating on building this shit up, whether or not. But
yeah, we don't know, bro. We could be out of here at any minute. You know that.
Exactly.
We could be out of here at any minute.
I don't want to say nothing, but I'm like, yo, last time I said something about a job, I'm like, yo, damn, this shit just keep falling through. Like, I keep missing it.
Nah, you know what's the funny? Yeah, that's how I felt with this last one that passed. But you know, when you start talking smoke like this, it just randomly comes through. You like, man, this ain't never working out. Then tomorrow, can you be over here?
Nah, my palms was itching. Nah, it's coming through.
I know. I'm not gonna front. I do feel like we about to be out of here any second now.
Yeah, and we'll definitely be back here with the new joint.
Yeah, with the whole new equipment walking out.
I'm gonna have to just change all these walls and fix it up completely like a studio until we could get
Man. I'm not gonna lie, man. I miss it. I do.
Yeah, I miss the work too, man. I miss the work too.
I do miss it.
That type of work right there. You know what I'll show you though? I'll show you.
Had a heart pumping on the roof.
Yeah. You see this setup? This the new setup they got, right?
Okay,
Yeah,
I like this.
It's looking nice, but I seen someone already on the balcony before, and I was like, nah, that's not it.
That's okay.
Yeah, but if someone knows that this is a studio, they could interrupt your podcast and shit like that. So
where is that? Is that
just at the beat
Jersey?
somebody up?
Yeah, that's New Jersey. Yeah, so it's but it is fire, and it is
Wait, when this video dropped? Yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday. This is the second time they've been there.
Okay.
I think it's a little too fancy, to be honest.
But that's the point. Like
Nah,
it always gets nice and comfortable and fancy. You know, the more money you get.
It can't be that comfortable though. That looked like a slouched down, arms over. It's a wrap.
Yeah. It's that type of couch right there is putting you to sleep. Where you
wake up on the podcast like, eyes big as shit.
Yeah, damn, y'all must have forgot. I've been going for a long time. Y'all still recording? Oh man.
Got the snore on the mic like
to this day. Oh man.
Wait, what you got what you got left, man?
Oh shit. You know what? What it take to
Don't say nothing crazy.
No. It was morals and oh yeah, what does it take to be spiritual, sir?
Bro, come on with that, man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really tired of hearing that.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you're not spiritual like me. Blah blah blah. And you know who I normally hear it from. I don't want to say it, but
women,
Chicks.
oh,
girls,
man,
girls,
son.
right? Girls.
Just because you want to do all these cards and
I'm a very
talk to
spiritual
witches
person.
and, talk about the name of new angels and
It's all new age stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's annoying though. Like,
wait, you mean like tarot cards? They talking
bro,
about?
I don't care what cards.
You gotta have sage too, right?
Son, all that stuff is crazy.
Anything that's not like mainstream.
I don't even want to say mainstream. I'm just like, what are you searching for? I get you want to like make your own path, but under what? Like
under popularity.
Yeah.
Is it even popular?
Yeah, because they're all saying it. So it's kind of like everybody's trying to be different, and so they end up all being the same.
I get that because I felt that way once, and but even in that, I guess I'm really biased because
part PC, yeah, because you're believing.
Yeah, if it ain't about Christ, we ain't hearing it.
Okay. But then you could go into the fact that what's a key part of that spiritualness stuff that runs with trendy, the book The Secret.
Go on.
I'm not gonna say that.
It plays a part in that because before I didn't used to hear.
Nah, but you gotta remember too. You remember when we was coming up, all those witch movies, all the crazy stuff they had going.
Yeah, that's
bro. They was coming out like every two weeks. Let me not say it like 2 weeks, but
it's even more now.
The stuff they got now is straight out demonic. Like before, they gave it to you in little doses, so you didn't know what you was getting into. Mm-hmm. But now, like if you don't know, you really doubting the evil they showing you on TV now.
Nah,
yeah, I seen it's one of the shows Netflix had.
Good.
It was #1. I'm like, oh, let me see what this about. One of the main topics they had right off the back, demonic. I'm like, nope, not putting none of this in my crib.
And none of that,
bro. I'm much more aware now of what I allow to enter my mind. At one point, I'm like, it's not that bad. I don't have. It's not gonna get to me.
You got
but
a force field for your mind.
Damn right. I recommend everybody do that.
Yo. Do you get to this by being spiritual?
Yo, you know what? I remember in college, my friends used to play a lot of this whole the drill music, a lot of the crazy music. And I used to be like, yo, turn that off, son. It's dumbing me down. One, I feel like it made me drive crazier. Like, really, like, you know how they say turn down the music to see better?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that music was messing up everything driving.
Wait,
and I felt like
drill music was this? Like,
it's Chicago at the time.
Chicago?
You know, Chicago was coming out on the scene.
Yeah.
There's a few artists I did like their music, but I noticed quickly, I'm like, yeah, this music is dumbing me down. Fast forward 5 or 6 years later, I'm listening to more of it. But it took me a while to notice how much it took away from my mind. I'm just like, yo, this is dangerous.
Damn.
If this is coming out of, I'm going to say, self-proclaimed smart person, like, what's going on with all the regulars?
Damn.
Like, it's really busting your head.
Nah, it could just be putting you in a trance. You know.
Yeah.
But not even a trance. I want to say the way I interacted with people, my mannerisms, my vocabulary, it was just bad all around. I'm just like, there's no way. There's no way.
You sure this wasn't around the era you was drinking too a lot?
I actually felt smarter drinking, I'll tell you that much. A lot of wise stuff came out of me with that alcohol.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you want me to pour you a cup?
No, sir. No, sir. I got goals to hit.
Nah, it's good calorie intake, bro.
Not at all. Not at all, man.
Nah, but reason why I say The Secret, right, is The Secret tells you to, you know, that you're, I never read the book, but I always heard the whole...
You can watch a little...
Positive affirmation. The
whole thing
trying
is...
to imagine...
Manifesting?
Right.
Yeah.
In a way,
right?
there is a truth to that, you know, but the thing is, I'm going to say what a lot of people don't realize is they tie a lot of truth into things to get you off track. You know...
It's like mixing putting the poison in with the healthy foods.
Exactly. And that's exactly what is done. You know, I'm not going to disregard completely what is said there, but you do have to guard your mind against negative thoughts. And in manifesting, it's just...
Yeah, but, you know, see, now you got to watch those words when you say, you know, negative thoughts.
Negative thoughts as in, I want to say thoughts that don't serve you. You know, you downplaying yourself in your mind. Yes, that's gonna come out in your day-to-day actions. You downplaying your activities, it's gonna come out in your day-to-day actions.
I think there's like an inherently selfish and even narcissistic aspect to it too, because it's like you're kind. It's all like all the new age stuff. It just seems to be about self-affirmation and me, and like
yeah. But the whole thing is
for solutions outside of themselves.
There is that aspect to it, but it can be used in another way. But you're right. Most people use it in for themselves,
right? Because they're not. I mean, again, it's like there's a whole thing about like vertical morality and horizontal. So it's like horizontal is like you're looking to man and yourself for solutions, and like vertical is you're looking up, you're looking to God, and it's like it just seems like a L anytime people try to like look to themselves or to other people for solutions in life, as opposed to like some higher form of morality that comes from something outside of man. So there's like a whole spiritual philosophy to that.
Yeah, they're getting in the zone of this.
Just on that topic.
Would you consider yourself spiritual? Nah, you are a true Christian believer. So
yeah, in a Christian sense. I mean, not even in a Christian sense, because I'm not even going to use it in that word.
What about
in a follower of Christ? Yeah.
Okay. What about the people who be in church speaking in tongues? That's not spiritual.
The word is too vague.
You a believer? That's okay. I'm not going to say. You know what? It is spiritual, but you know, in my sense, I think how it's used now in spiritual is people just messing with spirits. They don't know what they dealing with or who they dealing
like
with.
The Fuji board or the Ouija board?
Yeah, all that stuff is crazy.
I think that's one of probably the more dangerous aspect to it, is that it's so ambiguous. It's like spiritual. That's such an open-ended word.
Yeah, and in reality, what it really is.
Let's find that real definition of
it's really you. In my point of view, you're really just dealing with demons you don't know yet.
Damn.
It's like, it's one thing if you say, okay, I'm a Christian. This is what I believe. I believe in Christ. I believe in this book, and it's specific. But if you just say you're spiritual, that could be like so many
No,
things.
but that's really what it is. You know, it is more so.
It's kind of like if you have a mind that's too open, you kind of let like crap into your mind.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it is. And they're just, you know, they're just, and it goes back to like tolerance too, which is like a big key word for like the new age. That sense. Tolerance. You tolerate anything.
Yeah, and that's my only thing with it. You like,
don't be judgmental. I'm not judgmental.
Into everything. Like, you know, when people tell you they're on the spiritual tip, they on the zodiac, they on the cards.
Yeah,
they
the
on
zodiac is not even spiritual.
They on the witch. No, but I'm saying they would mix all these things. Like, you know, they're taking aspects from everything.
They say if you don't stand for anything, you'll fall for anything. And that's kind of the vibe I get from these quote unquote spiritual people, is they're not really standing for anything.
Yeah, but I don't want to just downplay it like that.
But then what about
because they stand for the fact that
they stand for ambiguity.
Yeah, they stand for powers.
They stand for the fact that they don't stand for anything.
Meditation
is fine. Yeah, I'm for that.
Who wants to read the definition of spiritual, the adjective of it?
Nah, man, y'all got Google at home.
Oh, nah, because just to put to context for them.
Go ahead. I mean, by this definition, you know, this is kind of a broad sense, though.
Yeah, that's the inherent issue, is that it's such a broad term.
Relating to or affecting the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. I'm responsible for his spiritual welfare.
But a lot of these people who call themselves spiritual, do they not seem like it's often very materialistic people?
Nah,
I don't want to say that, because there's
it's more of
just like everything is a spectrum.
People who's interested in like natural things also,
or they're trying to find an alternative or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's one. Yep. Yeah. Again, that's going back to the fundamental issue, which is that it's too ambiguous. It's too ambiguous a term. It's so inclusive to so many different things.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That broad umbrella to me is just a little weird.
So it's like you could put Dr. Sebi in there, who's someone I mess with.
No.
Some people would label him as that.